Don't do
nipping
that.
out.
Don't do that. You gotta cut off this thing. She's laughing.
That's okay.
Okay.
Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live. I'm here with the Queen of Wellness, Angela Kujer, and we are at Eat Fresh. Today we are talking grounded foods.
Yes, we are, y'all.
Yes. So Angela is like my special person, right? I have all these special people, but she's a super special person. She came into my life a few months ago, actually.
Natasha, don't make me cry.
And she has been mentoring me and just doing some amazing work, and I wanted to come on board, and she's really helping me to transform my wellness. Today we're going to talk a little bit about her school that she recently launched. So I want you to tell folks a little bit about the school.
Awesome. So like she said, my name is Angela Kujer. I'm also known as the Queen of Wellness. The school that Natasha's talking about is the Legacy Holistic Health Institute. And Legacy is all about teaching health coaches how to be great coaches,
Absolutely.
right? So all of the pieces that a lot of the other programs are missing, like anatomy and physiology and actual coaching back and forth, we give you quite a bit of that so that when you do go out to coach, you're fully equipped to do that. So today we're going to be talking about some grounding foods, and I really want us to get into the show. We're going to revisit the school again. But at any point you can go to legacyhealthcoach.com and check out all of the information there and see if you qualify for a scholarship to get in as well.
Yes, indeed.
Definitely worth it.
What we'll do is we'll make sure that we put the website in the thread, the discussion thread for the show. All right, so let's tell folks what we're actually making. We're going to actually do carrot tuna salad. And so I love tuna salad, like the old tuna salad, but I stopped eating seafood some time ago, and I really wanted a really wonderful substitute, and my husband actually shared this one with me.
Whoa!
Yeah, big ups to Aitoro. I'm bigging you up with the carrot tuna salad. In addition to the carrot tuna salad, because we're using carrots, that's the grounding food that we're going to be using primarily. We're also going to be talking about a tea. All right, that's an aptogen, right? It is Tulsi, that's how we call it in Guyana, but you guys probably know it as holy basil, which is a very powerful healing herb. So we're going to talk about how to make that tea. You can serve it warm or you can serve it cold, right? And we're going to actually chill it down today.
Yes.
But let me show you guys how to make this carrot tuna salad.
Let's get into it.
So Angela, you said to me that you've never made this before.
I've never made this.
What in the world?
The funny thing about it is I've been vegan since 2013, right? So I
Yes.
haven't had seafood or meat, dairy, eggs, limited soy, and I've never made this recipe. Now I have stints where I just go completely raw.
Yes.
Like right now I'm on a 100-day juice journey. So it's just been water, tea, and juice since July 11th, which was my last birthday.
Right.
And so
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so this is going to be exciting for me.
Yes.
Because once I come off of this 100-day journey that's going to end for me in October, I am going to go raw, right? Or a significant part of my diet is going to be raw after this. So seeing recipes and putting my hands on them,
yes.
ooh,
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna make the tuna, all right? So we have some organic carrots, and I wanna say big ups to Truly Living Well. We also have some more carrots here that we got from the farm. My sister and I are doing an ag program where we're learning how to grow food for our family, for the community, the whole nine. So one of the things that they bless us with every week is a wonderful food bag, right?
Wow.
So it's a produce bag. And carrots were in the produce bag, all right?
Wow.
We also have some cucumbers that we're gonna use for chips, all right? So we're keeping this in the spirit of raw. And we also have some pepper here. This is also from my garden, all right? So we can kind of spice up some things a little bit. So this is how we make the tuna. I'm using a Breville today, all right? I'm using a Breville. And what we're gonna do is we have a catch bin, all right? We're actually just pressing out all of the juice. There you go. You can actually do that for me.
Yeah, there you go.
And you scrub them. We actually kept the skin on of the carrots because the skin has a lot of nutrients that we don't want to get rid of. Let's see how much we have. All right, so in the catch bin, I'm gonna actually just open this up real fast. And I'm gonna look and see what we have. Actually, we have a lot, so we don't need anything else. But I want you guys to see the texture. Look at that. it almost has the texture of like a flaky tuna, right? And so that's really what we want, all right? So we're gonna actually take the catch bin, we'll take that, and then I'm just gonna add all of that beautiful, look at that, all that beautiful carrot to the catch bin, to this bowl, all right? And if you feel this, you're gonna have to squeeze it, but I actually turned my Breville on high so that I can get a lot of the moisture out of the carrot, all right? So we're gonna actually leave that here, and then I'm gonna bring this close, all right? So now, I've seen recipes for this, and they call for veganese. And
I was gonna ask you where the veganese was.
Now see, I'm not using veganese, see, because you know it has soy, right? And I'm really trying to stay away from the soy.
Yes.
So what I use in place of the veganese, my version of veganese is avocados. All right, avocados is an awesome substitute for anything.
So can I say a quick word on veganese too?
Go ahead.
So I love that you are aware of this and you leave it out.
Yes, I leave it out.
I'm going to say a quick word on soy. Soy actually is not terrible for people,
it's not.
Because people use soy worldwide for several different things. And in many countries outside of the U.S., soy is a staple for everything that they eat. The difference is...
Tell them the difference. Tell them the difference.
If you live in the United States, we mass produce our food here. And when we mass produce food, it changes the food chemically. And remember, food is information to your body, just like the code is information to your computer. And so if you change the information, something's not going to work right. Something's not going to boot up right, and something's not going to grow right. So that's why you want to be careful with your soy and when you're transitioning with the fake meats and things like that, because they're grown and made in the United States. If they are your soy products, you want to, especially women,
especially women,
breasts, they cause issues with
excess
your girly parts,
estrogen, all sorts of issues with soy. Now, if you are going to use soy, you want to use organic, non-GMO, sprouted tofu. And you can find that at, like, if you're here in Atlanta, your Seven Nandas or your DeKalb Farmers Markets. But if you're just picking up a regular block of tofu, don't do that, all right? So we're not saying that soy is bad. We're also saying use it in moderation, and if you are using it, make sure that you're using the best quality tofu out there. But for me, I need to stay away from it because it's producing estrogen for me, and I need to stay away from that. So for me, anytime I want something that's mayonnaise-y, I just kind of make it myself. And avocados is an awesome substitute for that. The other thing that we're gonna hit this with is a little bit of lemon juice.
Yummy.
All right, and lemon juice, if you think about like mayo, it has like a little tangy taste, right? So we're gonna add that as well. So I'm gonna just start adding a bunch of cool things to this, and then we're gonna mix it up. We also have some peppers, some green peppers, right? And we chopped up, these are organic.
Yummy,
this is again from my produce basket that I get weekly. I also have some celery. So this is about 2 stalks of celery that we cut up fine. And I actually like the little chunk.
Pepper.
So 1 large pepper, or I would say a medium-sized pepper, all right? 2 stalks of celery. Again, everything's organic. And then the onion, also from Truly Living Well. They hook us up.
They sure do.
They hook us up, and it already smells to me like tuna.
It totally does.
You can smell that smell-o-vision. All right.
And the beautiful thing when you go plant-based, one of the things I'll say is you actually get to put your hands on your food.
Oh yes.
And it really, almost like being a kid again, it ignites all of your senses.
All of your senses.
So you really get to smell everything, be a part of everything.
Check it out. Check it out.
That's relish. Right?
Yeah, this is a sweet habanero relish. All right, so it's gonna give it. So now we've
got the sweet, we've got the bitter,
we got a little bit of we got the acidic, right?
And you've got the creaminess from the avocado, that fat that we're looking for, that normally we look for in mayonnaise.
I'm adding a little bit of minced garlic.
Nice. Oh my gosh, can't do without that.
All right, we're gonna also add some fresh cracked pepper. This is black pepper, right? All right, we're also gonna add a little bit of. Now I only use Himalayan salt. This is the pink salt because of the trace minerals that we have in them.
Too. You just get so much more out of it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then just for another little kick, pepper. Of course, this is cayenne pepper. And this cayenne pepper, you just want to include cayenne in whatever
you can. I can never get enough of cayenne, garlic, or ginger.
Yes.
If there's anything I can add that to, I make sure I put plenty of it in there.
Yes. So look at what we're doing here.
So we gotta mix it
We're
up.
gonna just mix it up.
And it really already smells like tuna. I gotta be honest with you.
Yes, it does. And I'm not done. I have a few other things that I add to this to give it that sea sort of feeling. So we're gonna also add a little bit of the juice from the carrots that we pressed.
And the beautiful thing about this is if you're on any kind of juice journey or you're doing any kind of cleanse where you're taking the pulp or the fiber away from the juice, don't ever throw your pulp away. You can always use it for black bean burgers. You can always use it for your smoothies later.
Yes.
You can freeze it as ice cubes and use it in things. You can make crackers with it. You can make chips with it.
You can do a lot.
Don't ever throw your pulp away. I think if you Google ways to use pulp, I think there's over 100 different ways.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of amazing things.
So don't ever throw it away. You paid for it. It's great food.
But guess what? The other thing that we're learning, even if you do throw it away, you can make compost.
Yes, you can.
And compost
it's
is
still
gold.
Giving you something back.
Compost is gold. I'm gonna actually take this shredded one out. That's okay. So I want you to tell them a little bit more about the school because I'm really excited to tell you all that I'm a student in Legacy.
She is, right? And I want you to tell them what all you did before you got to Legacy.
Oh my gosh. So for those out there that don't know, I actually have gone through training at a health coaching school prior to Legacy. Actually, we went through the same program. We went through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and I did that for a year. It's a year-long program.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why Legacy was very exciting to me was because we were talking about body systems more in depth. And we didn't necessarily talk about that in depth in the other school that I went to. It was an awesome program. It was beautiful. Yeah. But you know, I think as you see what is needed in the community, there's more information that you seek and you reach out to others for.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, I'm so happy that we met and that I'm a part of this school.
It's so good
I'm
to
learning
have
a lot.
With us too.
I'm learning so much. It's wonderful.
It really is, and I loved IIN, and actually, giving all shout out to Joshua Rosenthal and everything he's doing in New York. Health coaching's been around since the 70s, and he's leading the way for that.
Absolutely.
However, 86% of people suffer from chronic diseases right now. And so if we're not teaching chronic disease and body systems and where these things are coming from, and even the spiritual processes that are happening to us and why our body's responding physically that way, it's just what's relevant now. And so for me, by trade, I've been in anesthesia. I've been in cardiopulmonary care, which is respiratory therapy. I've also done clinical research. She went to Emory and everything. Right, Emory University School of Medicine. That's my alma, right? Right, in Georgia State University. So I'm an Atlanta-born girl, right? Through and through. But all of that has happened for me over the span of about 20 years. So the students in Legacy get information from thousands of patient scenarios, coaching scenarios that I've been able to be a part of and be able to help people kind of get through. So they're getting everything that's been my experience and what makes a damn good coach, right? A coach who can see things that a client just isn't going to tell you.
Exactly.
So
it's been amazing. And it's only been like 2.5 months. But we're going to be together for a year. And it's intimate. We're just having a really good time. So all right, so we're gonna come back to this carrot tuna. Now I added 2 things, and I want to talk a little bit about the 2 things that I added. You always, when we're thinking about our foods, it's about making the food as meaningful and as rich in minerals and just things that are going to support your healing. So this is called dulse. All right, this is a sea vegetable, and it has quite a few, over 80 trace minerals. All right, this is also a really nice substitute for salt. All right, it has it has a fishy taste, which is nice, and then it's also a nice substitute for salt. You can actually see them in shakers in these sort of health and wellness restaurants instead of the table salt.
Yummy.
And then the other thing that we have here is kelp. Kelp is another sea vegetable that we can add to those things that we really want a sort of a sea taste, but we don't want the sea food.
Right. And I think sometimes
Right.
when people transition, sometimes the hardest thing for them to let go of is things like salmon, orange roughy, you know,
Yes.
mahi grilled grouper,
That stuff is
right? The good
really good.
That stuff is really good.
It's
right?
really good. But guess what? Unfortunately, we don't always know where the source of our seafood is coming from, whether it's farm raised or even if they say wild caught. You know, we know that our oceans are polluted these days, right? But then also, just on a practical level, if you want to do the best quality seafood, it's expensive.
Yes, it
You
is.
go to one of our like specialty markets here in the city, you're gonna spend $15, $20 just for a piece.
A small little piece.
Small little piece of wild caught something.
Right.
And so I just said, you know what? I'm good. I'm like, I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
And remember, anything that you eat or you create for yourself and for your body or even for your family, it needs to trigger the senses, right? Your taste, your smell, right?
Oh,
it needs
yeah.
to trigger all of your senses.
Yes.
There are certain areas on your tongue that you taste different things. And so when flavors really marry very, very well, they hit all the highlights on your tongue. And the way that you do that is you make sure that you're putting something from each of those, whether it's spice, tang, sweetness, you make sure that you're hitting all of those in your foods on a regular basis.
Yes.
And it will get, it sends you the satisfying signal to your stomach and to your system.
So do you know what they call that in the Asian world? They call that umami.
Umami, that's right.
is the balancing of all of those different flavors. Typically in North America, what we tend to do is do salt and sweet.
One
But
or
we're
the
not
other.
doing bitter, we're not doing sour, we're not doing the other components of umami. So that's why we don't always feel satiated after we eat. I want you to try this.
You want me to try this? Okay.
Girl, I want you to tell me what you think. Taste. And I add a little bit more Himalayan salt and a little bit more pepper. Right?
That is so good.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, give me some crackers.
Yeah, see, no crackers. We're going to do a healthy
Saltines,
version of
Ritz.
crackers. No saltine crackers. No. We're doing a healthy cracker, all right?
It has really great texture.
Isn't that amazing?
The spice is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we have a bed of arugula, and arugula is, you know, peppery. It's one of those awesome, beautiful greens that can grow in your garden, and it's wonderful. I love it. So we're gonna just put like 2 scoops here, and then we're gonna just show you what we can do instead of the chips, right? Because chips aren't bad. It's not horrible. I'm not saying that.
And I
know
want you
like the
guys to
chips.
think about really the things that you would do with tuna.
Yes.
You would put it on wraps.
You
would
put
top
on a
it
wrap.
greens,
Absolutely.
right? How
Yep.
would you use, you know, your regular tuna recipe? How would you use this? You know, what would you
Yes.
use to really kind of kick it up, spice it up,
Yes.
right? Now that you've hit all of the high notes, you would sometimes put it on tomatoes,
Yes.
right? How would you use your tuna, right? Stuff it inside of a raw bell pepper would be awesome too.
These are my
Think about
chips.
that.
These are my chips. Okay?
Yummy.
These are my chips. So you can basically
wanna
just
try
use.
some?
You want some? Look at her face. So we have one of our guests that eat fresh, visiting,
gorgeous.
checking out the show. How you doing? Tell them your name.
My name is Katina.
All right, Katina. All right, so I'm gonna let you try a little bit of this, and you tell us what you think, okay? And
Just
I'm
a
gonna
little bit.
Just a little bit.
Be honest.
All right. All right, and I'm gonna give you a fork, and you tell me what you think. All right. So this, I think it tastes like tuna.
It tastes really good.
It tastes like tuna. All right, let's see. What did you think?
This is good.
Yeah, it's good stuff, huh?
Yes.
Have you ever had this before?
Never.
Good.
Yes.
I'm on a new journey to
Yes.
a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And great.
And it wasn't difficult to make, all right? It was not difficult to make. So it was a certain type of, yes, you can finish it.
Can I finish it?
Absolutely, you can finish it.
And think about it. Most people have a lot of these ingredients kind of just hanging around.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
You
I'm
have
gonna just
most
put
of these
another one here.
ingredients just kind of really hanging
I'm gonna put
around.
one right there.
And so pull those together and then add
Yes,
your choices to them, right?
absolutely. And then look, put this in a wrap, right? Get your little cucumber chips, so you can actually use some real chips if you'd like, all right? And then take this, yeah, absolutely. And then I know I put avocados inside, but you can also dress this with the side of avocados if you like. Like you said, tomatoes, some radishes, which is
radishes
another
would be
grounding
really
food.
good, yes.
And really, when we think about grounding food, we talked about the carrots. There's so many varieties of foods that are grounding. We have beets, we
Beets,
have
yes.
radishes,
Yes.
we have carrots,
Yes.
all right? along with garlic.
Yes.
All right. All of these have roots that grow underneath the
Yes,
earth.
yes.
And the more you incorporate these into your diet, you have to give that to me. The more that you incorporate these into your diet, the more that it's going to help you to be grounded yourself. All right. And you know, I think with all that we do
Yes,
in our community, we really want to make sure that we are balancing the foods that we eat so that we are relaxing and chilling out.
Yeah.
Right?
And a big thing too is that we have to remember when we're giving to the body, we're also giving to the soul.
Absolutely.
We're also feeding the soul. Like there's a deeper part of us that it can be hard not to see on a regular basis. And the more we eat foods that help us kind of stay grounded and in that energy, you're taking in that nice, grounded, I feel safe, I feel loved kind of energy from the plant. So it's so good to be intentional with your food and understand that your soul's going to benefit from it first too.
All right, so we're gonna jump into the second thing that we want to make. Now, this is one of her favorite drinks, and so that's why we're making it, and it's also a grounding drink, all right? So some people might know this as holy basil. In Guyana, we call it Tulsi, all right? And this is one of the herbs that is grown in abundance at the farm and Truly Living Well. So we were fortunate to get a dried amount of the Tulsi so that we can make teas and do all sorts of wonderful things with it.
Nice.
So what I have here, this is my ball jar. So I boiled some water this morning, and then all I do is take a handful of the Tulsi, the dried holy basil, and then I put it in the bottom of here and pour the boiling water on top. So it's been steeping for about 3-4 hours, okay? And I don't know if you see the top, it has this mesh.
Yep.
The mesh is going to catch all of the loose tea when we pour it into this container.
Yeah.
All right, now before I pour it into this container, you know I love my essential oils.
Come on.
All right, we're gonna be using lime essential oil. All right, so smell that, smell.
So
all right,
good.
we're gonna use lime essential oil. So I'm gonna actually just add 2 drops of lime. You could use lemon. I was looking for my lemon today, y'all, and I couldn't find my lemon essential oil.
Lime works so
So
well.
I'm like, what in the world? And then I was gifted this. A friend of mine just went to Florida, and she went to this farm. This is the Register Family Bee Farm. And she said it's like really good quality honey. And so we're gonna add a little bit of this honey to the container.
Nice.
All right?
So a little bit about holy basil. I love holy basil, by the way. I love holy
About my honey,
basil.
let me wash my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, so holy basil, like she said earlier, it's an adaptogen. If you're on here and you're watching, or you know someone who is
Stressed.
right,
Like both of us.
an entrepreneur, author, expert, you're a mover, you're a shaker, you're a manager on your job, you're a mom, right? You're a wife. You're someone who wears many hats, right? And you don't have as much time to kind of chill out a little bit. What happens is over time, your sympathetic system stays fired up. So your heart rate stays up, your blood pressure stays up, and your respiratory rate stays up. The reason why this is so not cool, right, is because over time these vital signs go up and they stay there. Now, holy basil is an adaptogen, and adaptogens help to bring your body back to this homeostatic area where the heart rate stays low, your blood pressure stays low, even if it's been hot. So if you've been in a stressful environment, you need to get an adaptogen like in your arsenal ASAP. It'll start to bring your body back to where it normally lives and bring your sympathetic system down and start kicking, let your parasympathetic kick in, which is your rest, digest, cool out, and heal. So that's one of the that's the reason why holy basil is so holy. Right?
All right, so what we did was we added a little bit of the wildflower honey. We added a little bit of course, the Tulsi, and then we also added the lime essential oil. And so what we're gonna do is you can serve this warm, but we're gonna chill it down. All right. So we're gonna chill this down with some ice. Oh, my hands are clean. I washed them.
She did. We saw.
All right, and then this is our little mixture, and I'm gonna have you try this.
Okay.
All right, and so we can also serve this as a cold beverage. I'm gonna let you try as well. Tell me what you think.
That is so good. Oh my gosh, that is so good, right?
See?
It is delicious.
Yes, absolutely. So, there's other adaptogens that you can include into your arsenal. There is ashwagandha. There's also ginseng. All right, and you taught us a few more. Right?
There's a bunch more. In Legacy, we go over all of those and help you understand the nervous system, how that system connects to your soul, and then what to use to help you heal that system too.
Yes, indeed.
So we cover all those pieces.
Tell me what you think.
Isn't that good?
You saw her eyes.
Do you think you can take that instead of a medication for your blood pressure?
And I don't like tea. So this
So this is good.
I don't like tea. This
Yes,
is good.
but you like that? Tell me what you taste. Tell me what you taste.
Yes, it hits the senses.
I feel like I taste a little ginger. Is that true?
You taste ginger?
I feel like I do. Listen, I'm not the expert
You
on
can
it.
definitely taste the oil.
Yeah, so
Is that
it's
what-
lime, because she actually thought that the lime was ginger as well. So it may have some of those notes that you're just picking up on. But then there's also the honey. And also sometimes when your bees are pollinating different things, those attributes are captured in the honey that you taste.
Yes.
So that might be what you're also tasting. So you might be tasting ginger.
Did you say that?
It's called holy basil or Tulsi. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so you can actually grow it yourself.
Yep.
Right, which is probably the best way because you're not going to find holy basil everywhere. So you can go to any nursery and you can actually get a little baby holy basil plant or a couple of them and grow them. If you don't have a lot of space, get a pot and grow them yourself.
Yeah.
And that way you will always have it. You can actually even just cut it and then steep it just like that, or you can dry it by the sun and then you can have tea all year round. Because, you know, when it gets cold, basil goes away. So,
There, because I was telling my girlfriend, she seems like I'm always
yes,
anxious. Like,
yes.
Every time I'm just anxious.
Yes. That's a lot of
Holy
us.
basil for sure. That's the
Yeah.
average person now.
That's
has anxiety.
everybody.
We're
Just
not
like, what's going
grounded.
on? What's
Yeah.
happening? What's happening? So, we want to bring as many grounding foods into our arsenal as possible. One of the things that I started to drink every day, which helps with blood pressure and just grounding you, is beet juice. So I do a cocktail. I do beet juice, I do cucumber juice, ginger, and what's the other thing? I put a little apple in there just to sweeten it up. That's all like a cocktail that I drink, and I just sip on that throughout the day.
Yes.
And then celery
Very
juice
grounding.
by itself, all right? Celery juice by itself. And what it's doing is it's giving your body trace minerals.
Yes.
It's also helping you to dilate your blood vessels. So it's just super, super good for you. And then, of course, you want to have a lot of soups, like warming soups. Nothing too hot, because our body doesn't like extreme temperatures, right? So we want to make sure that from a grounding standpoint, we drink soups. We're now moving into, I know summer's still here, but we're going to be moving into the fall very soon. So want to bring soups into your arsenal.
Sure. Most definitely. I think that's what I'm glad you said that about hot food in the summertime.
Yes.
People are big on barbecues, y'all.
I saw a barbecue pit on the way here. This thing was on the back of somebody's pickup truck. I was like, what in the world? Where they taking that thing? Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with those, but you want to make sure you're not doing a lot of those. And if you're doing those, you're eating fresher foods while you're at those events because you don't want your body hot in the summertime.
Exactly.
You want to keep your body on the same temp with the seasons, right? So you want to make sure that you're eating correctly for that season, right? In the wintertime, you want your warmer soups. You want tons of spices. You want good fats so your joints don't dry out in the winter. So you want to be intentional about what you eat every season. And the good thing is we live on Earth, so everything we need is here.
Well, you know, I have my seasonal cleanses. So we just came off of summer like it's raw. And then we're going to jump into our fall cleanse at some point. And we're not going to necessarily do a bunch of raw. We're going to do what's in season because it doesn't make sense to just eat one way throughout the year, all right? Everything's not available throughout the year, so.
Yeah. This is awesome.
There you go.
This is awesome.
All right, so tell them how they can apply for a scholarship at Legacy.
Absolutely.
Tell them again.
So the team and I decided people who had already invested in their educations, associate degrees or higher, that they deserve a financial break to go back to school. And so that's what we're doing. And so for anyone who wants to be a part of the program, it's a year-long program. It's virtual, but you can also attend class in person, class online live with us once a week.
Yes.
And
every Monday. In their case, it would be something
they'll
different.
be Tuesday or Wednesday, right? Cohort 1 meets Monday, so she's in cohort 1, and that's what
Yes.
they meet. The next cohort starts September 18th. That is a Tuesday, and it's at 7 p.m. each week. On average, you're going to spend about 4 to 6 hours a week going through the content and learning the craft.
Yes.
So it really doesn't take a lot of time, but all of the scholarship information as well as the application is on our site.
Beautiful. All right, and guys, you know, or if you don't know, the cookbook is coming. Let Plants Nourish You will be here at the end of the month. Oh my gosh. And Let Plants Nourish You is 36 simple plant-based recipes with certified pure essential oils. So for many, many years now, we've been doing these cooking classes and talking about how to incorporate the essential oils into your food preparation. So folks have been asking, what about a recipe? What about a book? What's up? And so you've asked, and I'm delivering. So it will be coming at the end of the month. So I will send you information how you can get your pre-order copy. All right, the price is going up next week. So if you don't get it, oh well. Price will go up next week.
You can get it once it goes up,
You
right?
can get it once it goes up, right? But yes, it'll be available at the end of the month.
Awesome.
And will you please stay in touch with us because we'll be talking about our launch party here in Atlanta and where that's going to be. All right, is there anything else you want to share with these folks?
I love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's
Yes.
always good to share time and space.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for
You are
all
so
that you
welcome.
do. You amazing queen of wellness.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And meet us back here at EB Fresh next week. We're going to have our lovely Afia Mazimoyo visiting us, hanging out with us, and tune in. All right. Talk to you soon, y'all. Peace.